There's a world of possibilities when we encounter people who are different from us. I love listening to people tell their stories, especially when their stories open up new worlds and vistas. When I'm traveling, if I'm sitting next to you, we may be sharing our stories long before we depart. My kids would often greet me coming home from a business trip, asking me, "What stories do you have for us?" So it's no wonder that I love helping my clients create the conditions for engaging and learning from their differences. But sometimes the differences we encounter create a jolt. When the rules that we live by and the norms that we hold dear are not necessarily the same as they are for others. It may be an assumption that someone makes of you, and you wonder, what just happened? I call this a bumper car moment. Remember bumper cars? You get into the bumper car, you're anticipating having fun, you're waving at friends, smiling. It's different from regular cars where there are lanes and traffic lights that help you maintain order. But even with bumper cars, sometimes somebody hits you in a way that you didn't anticipate. And it could happen in an instant. Now, sometimes you just go on, but sometimes that jolt lingers, especially in real life, because it strikes a sensitive chord. And sometimes that sensitivity or jolt has deep historic roots, and it affects our relationship with others who may not have had anything to do with that moment. There are many moments like these where we're just thrown off track, and some moments are more critical than others. What makes a critical moment is what is at stake, how it has an impact on our relationships. Teams are derailed, work is sidetracked, families are disrupted when somebody feels jolted. In these moments, when our reflex is to go to polarities, right, wrong, us, them, a reflex may also be to disengage. But it's in these very moments that what we need to do is pause, register what just happened, and shift from our reflex response to expand the story, to consider what is at stake, to expand our capacity for empathy, and to name and frame what we create in the next moment. In my work with clients, I have a model that helps people strengthen and expand their capacity for dealing with these moments. The model is based on guided storytelling. Storytelling that helps us expand how we see each other, how we see ourselves, and how we can focus on what it is that we're here to do together. We can't always anticipate a bumper car moment, nor can we afford to disengage. But what we can do is pause when they do happen, reflect, and re-engage, turning a possible trigger into a moment that expands empathy and possibilities for what we can do together. We can create conditions and mindsets for better conversations, better coordination, and better relationships with each other. Thank you.